What's up, everyone? I'm Smashley. In this video, we're going to talk about how healing your inner child can prepare you for parenthood. If you are new here, smash that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. On this channel, we talk all things spiritual awakening, the light and the dark, so we can become aware and integrate. Because that's necessary to become the version of you that can live out your infinite potential. And one thing that I've noticed along my journey is that when you start to become aware of your patterns and understand that your subconscious mind, these patterns are playing out in your adult life, stuff that you went through in childhood that got programmed into your subconscious, and you start to integrate and you become aware and integrate, then you are able to see how you picked up these things in childhood from the adults around you. And there was one specific situation that keeps manifesting in my life. It's still, well, not now, it hasn't in a couple years, but the situation continued to manifest in my life, and I was like, how is this happening again? What is going on here? There's no way this is happening again, right? And that's what opened my mind to how the subconscious mind works. From the ages of 0 to 7, your conscious mind is not yet developed. You are absorbing everything like a sponge. And you get programmed like a computer. And then those patterns will continue to play out into your adult life until you become aware of them and integrate. So once you go through this process of your own healing journey, it's all part of the ascension journey. It's all picked, hand-selected by you. So we're not a victim of childhood abuse or anything like that. You wanted all of it, okay? So you become aware of these playing out in your adult life, and then you see how you pick them up from your childhood through the way adults communicated with you. So then you begin to understand the importance of learning how to communicate effectively with children. It's a skill. You have to learn it. And it's not something that it might come naturally to some people. And I'm not saying that people are bad to their children. You can be very good to your children and love them and give them attention, but still be programming them negatively into their subconscious by certain things that you say and do. And no, I don't have children, okay? And I know that's one reason I don't bring this up a lot or talk about it at all, really, is because people with kids think that you can't possibly know anything about children unless you have them. And that's just not true. Because anybody who is around children regularly should know these things. They should want to learn parenting skills. And another thing, people will say that you can't prepare yourself for parenthood. And I do think that there are aspects of parenthood that you can't prepare for, but you can do everything you can to learn the skills to prepare you for those moments in real time. It's not like you can you can walk into parenthood completely blind, but if you actually take the time to learn how to parent properly and learn the skills and learn how a child's mind develops, that you can be much more prepared for those moments in your parenting life. And that's one thing I can't really wrap my mind around, because the millisecond, I love parenting content, but the millisecond that I find out I'm pregnant, I'm going to be going to parenting classes and learning the proper communication skills, learning the techniques of gentle parenting. And gentle parenting doesn't work. You don't even know what it is. Permissive parenting is not gentle parenting. That's what people think. They don't even know what a parenting style is or how to explain the difference. That's one thing I need to learn, is how to communicate effectively about this topic. It's part of my process, clearly, because I'm like so passionate about it. But the time will come when the time comes. This is like, I'm still in the developmental learning phase. And the reason why I project shame is because I still have unresolved issues from my childhood, right? I still have unresolved shame and resentment towards my parents for how I was parented. So that does come off in a way, unless I like carefully choose my words carefully. I don't want to shame people, because shaming people is not the way to promote change, right? So I'm in my developmental process. I'm sure this is going to be a very significant part of my journey later in life, once I do have children, in the development of like parenting classes or some type of education system in school. Like, who knows what like is coming in New Earth. You just truck along your journey. You pick up the experiences that lead you to your infinite potential, right? So this is definitely going to be part of my process. And although I did not have my own children, I do not have children, I did get stuck raising my younger brother and sister. They're like 6 and 8 years younger than me. And literally by the age of like 10 or 11, 12, my parents were just gone. And then my dad killed my mom when I was 14, and my aunt took us in, and she was at work all day, and I raised my brother and sister. My older sister and I had kids when we were teenagers. They were literally our responsibility from sunup to sundown. From the moment they woke up, from the moment they went to bed, those kids were under our care. And I did not have the skills, obviously, back then. I was a freaking mentally ill nightmare. So I still feel a lot of guilt for the things I've said to my younger siblings, or like things that I did as I was supposed to be their parent, I guess, you know, their caregiver. But gosh, it's just like such valuable information to know, whether or not you're a parent. If you're around children, you have to understand how every single thing you say and do around them is programming them. And it's so easy to spot when you're around parents that they're clueless about this process, that they have no idea how the subconscious mind works, and they're negatively programming their child to have, you know, self-worth issues, money issues. They're going to have addiction issues because they're on a phone all day and they're wiring their brain for the neural pathway. They're hardwiring the neural pathways for addiction by the dopamine spikes by being on a screen. And they just don't care. I don't know why. Like I said, it's the millisecond I get pregnant, I'm going to go head first. But I've already started because I think it's that important. I'm ready, like, to enter that phase in my life soon. And no, I don't buy into the your clock is a ticking nonsense. Okay, I have plenty of time. I'm about to turn 40 tomorrow. I have plenty of time to create. I'm going to have the family of my dreams. Okay, and I'm going to have lovely children, and I'm definitely going to homeschool, or yeah. So anyway, but your process, your personal process, when you start to wake up to your subconscious programs and your repressed emotions, you realize how you picked them up in childhood through the adults around you, and that can better prepare you for parenthood. Because once you become aware of how the subconscious mind works, you know how to positively program a child instead, because you realize how you were programmed. So, yes, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this process within my own life and seeing how it evolves and unfolds, because I know this is going to be significant. 666 on the license plate right there. But yes, so your own process of healing your inner child and reprogramming your subconscious mind can prepare you for parenthood. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.